Welcome back. Welcome back to the I Hate Chad Perkins Power Hour because he kicked him off the show.
He's not even here to defend himself.
He finally got rid of his ass, and now I have to try to figure out how to do StreamYard behind the scenes. So
nice. So
hey,
far, so good.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
We did not have the intro he usually does. Must not be saved in our. Must be on his computer or something. So
I think we had talked about changing that anyway. So
yeah,
and there's some updates that needed to have happened. Yeah. So great. No problem.
If you were tuning in just for Chad, he will be here. Unfortunately, he will be joining us.
Give him 10 minutes.
All right. And I have not been on for a month. It feels like it's been 10 years. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we missed you. We missed you, John. We missed you. And your clever insights and your clever quips.
And I know you got big plans. You guys were planning big things. We'll get to that in a second, but let's catch up with everybody. How are you doing? What are you working on? What's everybody up to these days? Marthias, you start us off.
Man, other than trying to take care of my wife because she's a little sick right now, and just finishing dinner. So I finished dinner, and
what was for dinner?
Right into here. So
what was for dinner with us?
We had breakfast dinner, man. I love doing that. So
that's
you can't go wrong.
Summertime, baby. Yeah. Summertime.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with breakfast dinner. So we did that. But other than that, I just got the print version in of my new graphic novel.
Woo!
So,
nice.
I know I've been seeing you posting graphic novels and animation, and you've obviously been busy over there making your comics empire.
I'm trying, man. It's it's slow going. Everybody can't be Corey Kenshin. You know what I mean? Where you can just say, "Hey, I'm doing something. Yay! When you gonna buy it?" You know what I mean? So
take all our money.
You know what I'm saying? Money just falls out the tree. I can't. I'm. So it's just been a lot of stuff. We got the. I have been working on a lot of animation. We're working on. I've been working with an intern this year. This summer, and she's been doing two interns. One of them been doing character development, and the other one was doing storyboarding. So she's been storyboarding, and I've been taking the storyboards and converting that to finalize animation, so I can get that over to our editor, and we can go ahead and finish the first episode by this December. So first episode for our Jetta Tales of the Toshigawa episode 1 comes out in December on YouTube.
Nice. So. The animation looks great too, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And do throw the link in the chat, because I know we haven't checked in on people's current projects in a while. If you got a link you want to drop in the chat here.
Yeah. I'll put it into the chat, man.
And I just finished the 7th issue of Drumsticks of Doom. Had a successful Kickstarter. Thanks everybody for the shares and the retweets and the cheering on. We're 2/3 of the way through the series, so we're gonna finish it in 2026. So we're pretty excited about that.
Awesome.
And since I was last on the show, David has done 45 issues of his comic. He's now on issue 75 or something crazy.
Not quite yet. Yeah. No, I actually just in summertime published issue 32 and 33. So 32 was at the beginning of summer, around June-ish, first week of June, and then about a month and a half later, I just busted out issue 33. So and that finished off a big storyline that I was doing, a big time travel storyline I was doing with my characters on The Offspring. So I'm ready to do to collect it all into my next volume 8 of The Offspring, collecting issues 30, 31, 32, and 33. And don't tell anybody, guys, but I wasn't going to start promoting it until September. But the issue is already up and running on the website. So don't tell anybody, but you can go on the website right now and you can get it in print and digital, volume 8, collecting 30, 31, 32, and 33 of The Offspring. So
nice. And I guess I'll let Chad come on the show. I was abusing my powers as the
oh, that's what it was.
This guy. Better
you don't come on the show until I click add to.
Chad doesn't feel tardy.
I paid by accident for a 30-day subscription for StreamYard.
Oh no!
So I have the power, John. So
wait! I got this.
Yeah.
He's got the
Beautiful,
power.
beautiful sword.
Nice.
Well, I tried to handle the duties, but I'll definitely hand it over to you from here.
Oh, you're fine. You're doing a good
I
job.
managed to launch an intro video, so you know. Hey, what's up?
What's up? How's it going, Yogi?
Yeah, we got a couple viewers in the chat. Let us know what you're up to. Thanks everybody for checking in, Chad. It's been a while. You know, now we're coming up on 6 months doing the show. Let's check in with you. And you've got about 49 different creators you've signed to lucrative contracts with Rolling Squid Bones. Catch us up to where you're at.
Growing.
Lucrative. I've told that my contract is probably the best in the market right now. Like next to SourcePoint, they actually have a really good their new contract is really good. But yeah, so I launched Rolling Squid Bones about 5 months ago. We signed on some creators, and what we've been doing is just been building a new publishing company from the ground up with Gerald von Stoddard, Frank Martin, Lori Calcaterra, and David Doob. So it's us, and then we have
I see how many people you got. You forgot the Oog Master.
Congratulations. Oh yeah, Sean Meehan.
The caveman with a gun did fund as of this week.
Gun.
So congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
Cool
yeah, so that one. What?
Cool looking book.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Sean wrote that in an afternoon, and we were really excited about it. When he said, "Hey, I want you guys to have it," and we're like, "Hell yeah!" The book is hilarious. It's done. I'm gonna be sending out the digital copy next week because I'm gonna be in a convention over this weekend.
Nice.
Nightmare Weekend in Cleveland. It'll be my first year going there. And then
don't send it out before the funds hit the bank account now.
No, the digital.
Gotcha.
Not the God no, not the. Are you kidding me? Not the print version. The digital, I don't care about. None of us care about the digital version. But...
Hey, now I make 1 cent or 2 cents
on Global Comics.
Global Comics, man.
I know. I just got my penny. I just got my penny yesterday.
Listen,
heck yeah!
I will one up you guys.
Man, I'm starting to lean into that a little bit. Let me get them cents, man.
All right, Martheus. Yeah, I'll one up you though. I made $1.99.
Oh,
that's huge.
And
can you?
I know. You guys could just call me Mr. Money now. Like,
nice.
You know?
Man, if I hit $5 though, man, I'm quitting.
Actually, drive-through we hit like $30. So
hey,
nice.
Yeah, I was shocked by that.
Yeah.
I haven't used drive-through in many years, but I have to look back into that. I do like the viewership on Global Comics, but yeah, the pennies aren't adding up just yet.
No.
Yeah. The viewership.
Listen,
the viewership on Global Comics is pretty nice. I do like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Oh yeah.
It has a good the idea is great. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to share and all that. It's just that
it's a good marketing tool.
Yeah.
Is all it really is used for. It's really good to get eyes on people.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
I think you send them, if you get them a Global Comics, and then they can come to your website to be able to get it from other places. That maybe is a little bit more,
right.
Not trying to cheat anybody or anything, but that's like kind of like a reel in. Right. Be able to say you can get the first 4 episodes or issues really cheap here, and then come in and continue reading.
Trade paperback. Yeah, and so if people don't know who use Global Comics, you can put ads on there. So I definitely do a Part-Time Comics ad at the end with the QR code.
Same. If you can also. They also have the Kickstarter.
They do. That's really cool.
Announcement which is really cool.
That's a really cool idea.
That one
they're starting to do fulfillment through
Comics Wellspring.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that. You know, they got a really good. It's almost like a little one-stop type of thing, and a good jumping off point for marketing. So I'm starting to lean into it, man. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all keep giving me them cents, man.
Listen. We also have started looking at distribution. We just got an account set up with Ingram. So we have we're gonna use Ingram Spark because that just seemed to be the best way. We've got some other marketing stuff. Thanks for Gerald von Stoddard for helping me come up with an actual like business plan for everything on how to do distribution. So that's gonna be nice. And then we have Jared Lockhart, Braden is doing his sketch night. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. I could go on and on and on, but that's not what I'm here for. So,
yeah, I know I missed last time, but it sounds like you guys had an idea cooking. So why don't we segue into what we're going to do today?
Yeah, so we were talking about brainstorming, and we've done this on the show before, where we came up with public domain characters, or like picked randomly public domain characters, and came up. I think we had like 8 or 9 pages of the idea, scripted out and all that stuff. So we've been talking about this. Is something that John and I talked about briefly a few episodes ago, and Chad and I have talked about it a little bit here and there. But we started talking about all those 80s toys, the plushies, the stuffed animal toys. And we were I'm not really sure how it came about, but we were talking about what would happen if those things battled. So we were talking about bringing the Care Bears, I think was the first one that came to mind. And then the Snorks and the Wuzzles, which was the group of animals that were 2 different animals combined into an animal. Like there was a hippopotamus and a bee, and they combined those 2 animals together, if I remember correctly.
What is this?
The Wuzzles.
The Wuzzles. Isn't the Wuzzles the Winnie the Pooh thing?
Heffalumps and Woozles, but that's elephants and weasels. This is different. Wuzzles are very different.
This one was a little bit different.
Yeah, a hippo and a butterfly, a lion and a bee.
Mm-hmm.
And this is pretty obscure 80s stuff. Here, I got you.
Mm-hmm. I've seen this before.
Then we talked about the Shirt Tails, which is
not real.
I think it only lasted 1 season, but boy, I love it.
Not real.
Yeah.
I remember the toys, but I must not have seen the show.
The Get Along Gang here was
None of
another
this is
one.
real.
Yeah, another one. Montgomery Moose, he was amazing.
This is about 20 years before Chad was born.
This is just AI stuff. They're like, hey, Chad.
And then the Care Bears.
You don't.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
don't
those right?
You gotta know the Care Bears though, Chad.
What's the Care Bear?
And then the Snorks.
I'm kidding. I know the Care Bears.
He only knows the Care Bear. He only knows the Care Bear cousins.
Yeah,
Care
Bear cousins. So we talked about taking those 5 characters, groups of animals, and putting them in Manhattan in a post-apocalyptic future, and having them kind of battle for Manhattan. We talked about it being complete parody, so we couldn't call them Care Bears. So I thought that here in the show we could brainstorm the basic names of these groups of animals that are clearly going to be Care Bears, clearly going to be the Snorks, but we're going to change it enough to where we're protected under copyright and we're not going to get sued or anything. But we also, Chad, do you remember the second aspect we had of? And I'll let you talk about it if you remember the second aspect, the protagonist that came in.
Yeah, this is my favorite. So I love the idea of the protagonist that we have. So we decided we were like, what character would fit most as a survival expert? I think is how the conversation went. We're like
survival expert.
Yeah, survival expert, and for the kids show, and they're like Dora, nah. And then it dawned on us, we're like, what about Steve from Blue's Clues? And we're like,
Perfect.
hell yeah. And then we have Blue, which is this robotic dog with a gun and a flamethrower and stuff. And so that's gonna be our main character, is gonna be Steve for Blue's Clues. It also helps too that's a character that I grew up with, so it's nice.
And I think there's a lot of great visuals there, and it'll clearly be Steve and Blue, but it's not going to be Steve, 100% Steve and Blue. We did talk about could we name the dog? We looked up, I think we sat, Chad, for 10 minutes looking up the word blue in other languages, but for 90% of the languages, the word blue in another language is blue.
It's just blue.
So we had talked about still naming him Blue, her Blue, but it'd just be BLU with a little thing over the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just enough, right?
I think it's blood. I think that's German or something.
But we had a lot of fun things. We talked about Steve would take out his notebook and he'd be flipping through his notebook, taking notes on all the stuff that he sees there. So just fun little things like that. Yeah.
Do not eat that.
Exactly. Maps. It'd be maps of stuff, where to go and where not to go. So we had come up with a lot of really fun stuff, I think, for Steve and Blue. But one thing I thought that we could talk about now is the new names of these groups of animal characters that have taken over Manhattan, and which section of Manhattan is each character group going to be taking over. So there's Hell's Kitchen, and there is Harlem, and there is Hudson River, and there is Park Central Park.
Okay.
So each group of characters are going to take over a different part of Manhattan, the business district, like Wall Street. Oh, that's fun. I just thought of that one as a
Is it Chinatown one?
Chinatown, Little Italy.
Should we be jotting this down, Chip?
I am.
Okay.
Little Italy, Chinatown.
I have to defer to you. I've only had the pleasure of going to New York one time. That was more than enough for me.
Yeah,
So-
me too. I haven't
New York.
Okay.
One time.
Then how about we talk about each group of characters and come up with like a fun name that like will fit in this post-apocalyptic world. So do we want to just like go over each little group and then go from there?
Sure.
Yeah.
So the Care Bears is, I think, the main group, like the one group that all the other groups are trying to like defeat because they're the most popular IP, right? But I had a name that I thought I really liked for the Care Bears, but what's another name we can name that would clearly be Care Bears, but like we can't call them that. So what would be another name that we could call them?
Well, I think it's definitely been often used in parody before, but automatically I think the Scare Bears,
Scare Bears is a good
but
one.
I think lots of other people have used that to make them into like horror creatures. And
Well,
stuff.
there's a guy who made a living off of making Scare Bears.
Oh, yeah.
Bears, there you go.
Yeah.
That's fun. I think Chad and I, when we talked about it, I just blurted out the Hate Bears.
Okay.
Beware Bears.
Beware Bears. I like that.
Beware Bears. That came from the chat.
And
Oh,
what
there you go.
Oh, did it really? That's
Beware
awesome.
Bears.
The
Beware Bears.
Nice. Beware Bears. I really like that. That's cool. So I think any three of those options are really solid. But what are some things, like they had the pictures on their bellies? What are some things, like if we had for each group 5 main characters for each of the groups, what are some of the pictures that could be on the bellies of the Beware Bears or the Hate Bears or the Scare Bears or whatever we decide to call them? I thought
it would be a toxic waste sign.
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
the biohazard sign. Yeah.
Yeah, the hazard. Yeah.
I thought like a knife with blood like dripping down. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I kind of want, if we call them the Hate Bears, we have to do like the skull and crossbones just to be like super cliche about it.
Right on target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you guys remember the Mr. Yuckmouth? He was
Mr.
a green sticker. He used to put the green sticker on all the things so kids wouldn't go.
Mr. Yuckmouth?
Yeah, it was a sticker. It was like green sticker. He had his tongue sticking out. And he was going, and it was you put it on. You put it on all of the. It came out about the same time as Care Bears. You put it on all of the little things that you didn't want kids to touch and play with.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
he looks like a turd.
Yeah. He wasn't very. He wasn't. You don't. When kids saw that sticker on things, they knew not to touch. It was like bug
that's
spray.
a good one though. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So was that like a face with the X's for the eyes? Is that what?
Yeah, something like that. It was. They
I'll
had
show
a
you,
couple different iteration on them. They had like a green one. They had like a red one.
Bye, John.
Let's see.
Here, let me show you. He just leaves.
I'm trying to pull it up yet.
They had Yuckmouth. They had the Yuckmouth set that had ads and stuff like that. They had the poison help sticker. Yeah, stuff like that. So
here it is, David, on the screen.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty much what I drew. That's pretty much.
Yeah, there you go.
And then the skull and the crossbone I really like.
Yeah.
And then these Hate Bears or Beware Bears could have one's got a broken arm, one's got an eye patch.
Yeah.
One's got like a rip in his thing where his stuffing is all falling out. One's on crutches.
I will warn any comic creators out there: if you ever give a character an eye patch, just be wary. You will mess that up 95 times what eye it's on.
Yeah,
because that happened to me in the series. We had a character with an eye patch and one with a severed limb, and we kept forgetting which
mix them. Yeah,
nice.
That would be great if it was It was a gag comic, kind of like a Young Frankenstein, where his hump keeps switching places
Yeah,
the entire time.
That's what my artist was like totally upset about it when we found some like issues, and I was like, no, that's just a reflection in the water, so it's the opposite direction. We'll just explain it. There's a
Sure.
mirror nearby.
You know, it'd be a fun one is if one of their bellies had like the picture had been ripped off, and it was like a rip in their belly, and it's just stitched up.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
and it's maybe like a little red with like blood.
That's
and stuff.
the yet to be revealed bear. We won't.
Yeah,
won't give that one away.
Yeah.
Well, when you first said the stock market, that I went to if the Care Bears were supposed to be about caring and love and all that.
Mm-hmm.
These bears definitely. These definitely would be the Wall Street Bears, right? They'd have like one of them might have a stock market logo on it. The opposite, it's all about capitalism and not
like a money sign, like a $1 bill.
So,
I'm just gonna put capitalism.
Or just a dollar sign, the bag of money with the dollar sign on it.
That's really funny you say that because I really do see this part of the parody of, and we can get a little big when we get a little deeper into the story, is like that, like really talking about like 80s decadence, like they call it the decade of decadence and how it's just like money. Yeah. So I kind of see this as a way that we could kind of not poke fun or make a statement about how these animals were used just to corporate funds, for corporate money. And, a great example of that is He-Man, who, was probably the most popular toy at the time. And it really just, the cartoon was really just a long commercial for the toy. Most of those were at that point.
Yeah.
So, and they got all my money. They got all of it.
What about to kind of like piggyback off of that? Like, what if there was like there's 4 main ones? You don't really know about the last one. There's the last one. He is like the kingpin he hangs out in the background. He's like Kingpin. He's a tough old bear, but he's rich as crap. Like he's been hoarding all this stuff, and that's kind of like, he sends the other Care Bears out. They tough in themselves, you know what I'm saying? That's why they rule the financial district, is because of this big kingpin bear that's sitting up in a tower somewhere that nobody knows about, that's kind of pulling strings on all these other gangs and groups and stuff like that. And that's the big bad. It's almost like the video game tower where you have to get to that dude in order to really take down New York.
You know what?
Sure.
That's not a terrible setting for this. Like, you would make it like a tower crawl. Like a tower climb for like this this issue where it's like
Judge Dredd, but we gotta go through the different
like Judge Dredd, like in the what was it, Peachtree? Was it
Peachtree?
Was it Peachtree? Then the movie that he was
that's what they called the
the
the building that he was
the building
so here's what I've got. So I've got the 5 Care Bear symbols here. So we've got Stabby Bear, Toxic Bear, Death Bear. This one was Stitches Bear, and then we've got the Kingpin Bear. Yeah, maybe we can come up with another name besides Kingpin, but that idea of like the main big bear guy, which I really like.
All right, so we have Stabby Bear. What were they? Stabby Bear, Toxic Bear,
Death Bear,
Stitches Bear,
and then Kingpin Bear. And you can put a question mark behind that. We can come up with a better name for that.
I think Stitch Bear is a little bit better.
Stitch Bear,
just because it kind of flows with the rest of them.
Stitch Bear instead of Stitches Bear.
Yeah, because it's toxic. That you don't have the S at the end of all of the.
Yeah, great.
The name.
Love it.
So, Kingpin Bear. We can just put a question mark at that guy.
Yeah.
And another thing, we don't have to talk about this. We can move on to the next group. But
I want to call him Fat Ass Bear.
I want to call him
Fat Cat Bear.
I was going to say Cash Money Million Bear.
Nice.
Cash Money.
For the 99 and 2000.
Cash Money Million Bear. That's a rapper name right there.
Yeah, that's actually a rapper's. That's his whole group. It was called the Cash Money Millionaires.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. That's where Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys and all that kind of stuff came from Louisiana.
Oh,
Louisiana.
I was more of a Wu-Tang Clan guy.
Yeah.
Oh. You know.
So one
Been
last
saying
thing I think
forever.
we need to kind of talk about, and we don't need to come up with the perfect thing right now, but the Care Bears or the whatever we're calling Beware Bears have the Care Bear stare.
Yeah.
I think it should
What
just
could
be a
we-
gun.
I kind of like where they just like Care Bear stare and they all take out guns.
Yeah, just take out gun.
Yeah.
Light 'em up.
Or I think we talked about this.
Stare
Chad.
down the barrel of my gun.
We talked about this, Chad, where one of the groups was like staring at him, and one of the bears just goes, "What are you looking at? Stop staring!" And then takes out the gun and so you've got the stare in there, but it's not necessarily the Care Bear stare.
You know, it would
Care
be
Bear.
funny if they did go, "Hey everybody!" They got all four of them together. And they, "Hey everybody, beware bear stare."
That's too good.
That would be so good.
And you could do a whole big thing like, "You looking at me? Are you looking at me?
All
better
right,
stop
boys,
staring at-
beware
you staring
bear
at me?
stare.
You better stop staring at me."
One of them throws a grenade.
That's when the beat drops and it plays "Back That Ass Up" by Juvenile.
Yeah.
One of them almost gets run over by a taxi. He starts beating the top. I'm staring here. I'm staring here.
Hey,
All those tropes, right?
Stare at my Glock.
Man.
Say hello to my little stairs.
Stare.
Okay, that went off the rails.
I don't think we need any more beyond that. I think this is it.
Yeah, I think we got it. I think, truthfully, but scrap everything else. We're just doing this.
Oh, we're not going to use any other guys?
No, nothing else. We're just doing this. This is now the Beware Bears, and they're a gang.
Well, we at least have to show some snorks sniffing cocaine through their little things on the top of their head, I guess. But
You know what we could do? Now we could have, with the Care Bears being in charge of Manhattan, we could have like just little representations of all those little guys. So just one from each, and they all come in. Like maybe one of them owes the Care Bears money. Like the snorks, like comes in, he's got coke on his, like dripping off of his snorkel thing, and he comes in, and that's like, so we could have each of them represented, but it doesn't have to be a whole big like war between them. Maybe it's humans trying to get back into Manhattan and take Manhattan back over. That's a possibility.
That is a possibility, because then it would explain why Steve's there.
The corporate shills have taken over. The whole world is decimated, and humans have to overcome their corporate greed.
I like it. And we could use we'd use places where we like put in the shirt tails, and we could put in the snorks, and we can put them in like they're fighting for the hate bears or whatever call them, beware bears. They're fighting for them, but we don't necessarily have to like round them out or anything.
I have an idea, and you're gonna hate me. Probably more than you already do, but
probably.
Yeah, I know. Probably. So, what if Steve has to he goes to each area, like the Shirt Tails, the Get Along Gang, the Snorks, and all of them, and he has to he gets one of them and brings them along to help fight these Care Bears or these
like recruits.
Bears. Yeah, like recruits. So they're all like hardcore gang people.
Okay.
It could be like
together.
they did on Flash Gordon, like the old Flash Gordon '80s movie. He had to unify. He unified everybody against.
I like that.
Merciless. You know what I'm saying? That was the only way he was going to win, is to be able to say, "Hey, these folks don't want to be under this rule, so we need to be able to unify." Yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be a good way to be able to kind of introduce a lot of things in a short amount of time. You know what I mean? A lot of different groups.
And only being 5. So Steve would have to recruit just one person or animal from each group. So we could really like hone it. Like we could have all the, a couple other in the background to kind of represent some of those other things. But really, we just need one that will come up and start to show character and start to show personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
So essentially, we're just doing a One Piece thing. So
yeah, good. I like that. So now it's Steve and all these capitalistic bear toys or stuffed animal toys fighting against the beware bears.
Right.
And then it's all in his head.
So we had talked about. So then we do need to rename the groups. So the snorkels, I thought, I think Steve and I Chad and I talked about this. We talked about calling them the water jerks.
Water jerks.
The water jerk. Oh yeah, the water jerks.
But the other ones, I don't think we really have talked about the other ones. So the Get Along Gang, and it could be just Montgomery Moose on skates. That'd be really cool. And we have to call him like, oh, you know what we call him? We call him Mortimer Moose as a nod to Mortimer Mouse. Or was it Mortimer Mouse that Mickey Mouse was before he became Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call him Mortimer Moose and put him on skates.
So the Get Along Gang?
Yeah, kind of the Get Along Gang. But what's another word? That's another name we can give the Get Along Gang.
The Don't Get Along Gang.
Get Stabbed Gang. The Get Stabbed Gang. Get Out of My Way Gang.
Oh, there you go.
Get Shanked. Get out of my way.
Get shanked.
I like that. The Get Shanked Gang.
The Get Wrecked Gang.
Get Wrecked Gang. I like that. Get Wrecked Gang. I think we just nailed it.
Get wrecked. He has a big his M is all melty on his chest, and he has instead of having roller skates, he has roller blades.
Roller blades. That's again, yeah.
They can like double as he can jump in the air and he goes and he just kicks real fast and he just hit people in the face with his roller blade.
Nice.
I think too much.
I'll throw in a way to fast forward a little bit because none of us believe that the shirt tails were any good or even real. That's the opening scene. We just open on
John,
them.
I don't know. This might be fighting words because I had a great idea for the shirt tails.
For real.
I was gonna say we just open on their decimated bodies, and that's where Steve's coming in. Like
we can still do that.
They got to the shirt tails.
We can still do that. But there was the chimp, the monkey shirt tail. I thought like to switch it up a little bit. They need like a big guy. Right, they need a big man in their thing. So I thought the monkey could be like a full-grown orangutan. I believe he's an orangutan, and his shirt is like too small for him. And he's like a big guy. And he's like, don't. Like he comes out. Like we can show him in the shadows or whatever when he sees the shirt tails all decimated. But Steve's like, we need one more person. And I think I know one more member, and I think I know where I can find them. And he goes back to where they were all, and they're like dogs eating them and stuff. And the shirts are like, but then he goes, I know you're here. I saw you earlier. We need your help. And out of the shadows comes this giant orangutan with a shirt that's too small that says, what do you want or go away or something like that. I thought that'd
be cool if they talked by their shirt, like the dude talks with his shirt.
That's what it was. That's what the shirt tails was.
It was.
They had the words on their shirt. I
remember the show. My cousin used to watch it when she came over, and I couldn't stand it. I was like, man, I don't want to.
I only remember little toys, having little toys of it. The little super. His name is apparently Bogey. Is that his name?
Bogey. Yeah, he was based off of Bogey and McCall from Maltese Falcon, right? Maltese Falcon?
Wow.
Yeah. So he had that. Here's looking at you, kid. That thing, that little accent. But John, I love that idea that they're all dead. But then we go back to find Bogey. I love it.
Yeah.
And we can call him.
I'm not sure I want to do that now. I don't want to kill this mole that I'm looking at.
How about
I tell you, go back. It's super generic. Like they were detectives or whatever.
Yeah.
But I really liked the shirt tails when I was a kid. I thought it was great.
All right, fine. How about this? Because John likes the mole, we'll have the orangutan and we'll have the mole.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we probably shouldn't have two, but he can live on and avenge his friend the mole. Digger the mole.
Digger,
it isn't real at all.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, look at their ship too. I forgot about their ship. Their little car ship that they had there.
Like a Lisa Frank thing.
That's pretty awesome.
We're definitely breaking into Wall Street riding on this car.
If they don't, this is everybody. They all have to be in this tiny little car. Like the orangutan, like
tough stuff here. He didn't make
garage,
it.
Yeah.
Walks into the garage, opens it up, and goes, "Get in."
Yeah.
And everybody piles into the tiny car.
Nice.
Oh yeah, see their.
I thought that Digger, because I thought about them. I've been thinking about this clearly for the last 2 weeks, but I thought Digger the mole could be like the one that goes in and digs holes and like gets it, intel and stuff like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But we had another idea. Chad and I had another idea for that, so we could use that with another group. But let's get to, we need, what was the last group that we needed? Oh, we need a name for the shirt tails. We can't call them the shirt tails. The what?
The pants tail.
The pants tail.
The tank top.
The shirt fails.
Yeah, shirt fails.
The tank top brigade.
The tank top brigade.
Hey, the Dago tees. Hey, I'm working over here.
The Dago tees. Bruce Willis in that one in Die Hard with the white tank top. That's what their names are.
We'll have to table that.
Let's see.
Yeah, I had a
Man,
couple ideas, but I don't know.
Well, spit them out. We'll make fun of you for it.
So, we try to keep it like PG-13. We want it to be, fairly age appropriate, but I thought like the shite tails.
I don't think anybody would do that.
If you put an E on it, is that okay to be able to? Yeah.
Shite.
Yeah.
That sounds black. Or is he going to be black? I feel like that's not good.
It sounds also Scottish.
Yeah, that's what I thought, like an English accent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess I'm just
Scottish.
racist. I guess I don't know.
Well, then there was another one that I had, but I couldn't really coming up with another, like the shirt.
The button-up tails.
Yeah.
The sweater people.
Yeah. What's funny is coming up with snorkels, the water jerks is great, but then when you get to the shirt tails,
Then the
you call
Get
them
Wrecked
shirt
gang is
jerks,
great.
but
Yeah,
You
the
call
Get
them-
Wrecked
you-
gang is great.
Everyone
You call
can
them
be jerks.
Everybody's called a jerk.
the hoodie hoods.
that,
The hoods. Oh, you could just go
Okay.
to hoods and make them
The
wear.
hoods, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
That's
I like
not a
that.
bad one. Yeah.
hood hoods.
They're
The
just-
hood.
they're just
The
hoods.
The hoodie hoods.
The good
That's
hoods.
good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah,
Wait, is it the hoods, the hoodie hoods, or the? Which one
The
is
good
it?
hoods.
The good hoods.
The good hoods.
The good hoods.
The good
That's
hoods.
it. The good hoods.
Yeah, you're
Instead
stepping
of
on the
just
good
shirts
hoods
all wearing, like, the
territory,
hoods up
boy.
and
And then
got
we can sell merchandise with different
Love it.
statements on the shirts.
Yeah.
Listen, I would watch a show called The Good Hoods.
But at one
Like-
point, we have to have the bogey character, who we could probably name McCall, right? Bogey and McCall. We'll just name that character McCall, so people know that it's the Bogey and McCall character. But at one point, they would always do the little like no sign with this red circle and the line through it, the no sign, and go meh, 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 meh. We have to have at one point that bogey character come in with a big, like, maybe running past everybody with a big like no sign on him. So if he's scared and he's bigger than everybody else, all the other characters should be scared also.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can rip off whatever you want because there's literally no one alive that ever touched the show. No one remembers it. I don't think anybody's going to come after you.
Man, I'm gonna do a live action. I'm gonna be the first person to produce a live action shirt tails.
Sure. Hey man, I would watch it like that.
Listen, if you produce a live action shirt tails, I will come in there and I will always just be like come onto one episode and be like, you guys aren't real. This isn't real.
So we had one more group. The what some people were calling it, is it woozles or wuzzles?
Woozles?
I thought it was wuzzles also. So it was
woozles were from not Yogi Bear. Damn, what's wasn't woozles from Tigger and
It was Winnie the Pooh. That's what I
Winnie the
thought it
Pooh,
was.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Heffalumps and Woozles.
yeah,
Okay.
woozles, yeah, but
so the wuzzles was the stuffed animals. They took two animals and combined them into one animal.
Yeah, that's the wuzzles.
And we can literally take any animals we want. It doesn't have to be the ones that were on the show. Like what was it? A hippo and a butterfly were together, and then it was like a lion and a bee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah,
but
I actually do remember this show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
And
remember.
I thought I
must
was
have
on
had some
drugs.
of
But I guess not.
the stuffed animals, but yeah,
I
here's
think I had the lion. Now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, you had your own
like
I
a
can't remember
stuffed
that.
animal. I
It
think
was
so.
like lion bee or
Is it bee lion?
Bumble lion, something like that.
Bumble
Bumble lion. I can't remember.
That's a stupid name.
So what do we want to go with, like a lion bee character, or do we want to just like make one up that doesn't have to necessarily be?
Oh, one that never got to come out until all the other ones were gone, like this freakish crab, like platypus thing.
Oh, I was
Platypus.
crab platypus.
I like that.
Please tell me that's not a real thing. Because
It is
I
not.
totally want to
Yeah.
do that.
That's cool.
horrifying.
That sounds horrid. Let's do it.
With a shark fin on his back.
Nice.
I was thinking it was just like an amalgamation of all of them.
Okay.
Please
They're-
add
they're-
Pingu the penguin.
Apparently, there's an advertisement
penguin.
that says from the studio that brought you Frozen in Rio. 40 years before that was the Wuzzles. I don't know why they're advertising it like that.
Really? Huh.
It says right here.
I think
That's
Pingu.
From the studio that brought you Frozen and Rio comes a 40-year-old cartoon.
Wait, is that really?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I got sharing my screen. Oh, you can't really see it because it's so small.
We
Yeah.
need to do a one-shot for next San Diego Comic-Con, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
A one shot?
So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
so I'm trying to see which ones, like what animal would go best with what we're doing here. They're going to be pretty small. I would say that they're all probably like maybe 3 feet tall, all of them, right? And then so Steve like towers over him because that's a great visual of Steve, really big, and then all these tiny little like 3 foot big like animal things, like
So-
around him, fighting around him.
What I'm thinking for this one, because it's an amalgamation, Steve does go to want to recruit them, but it turns out due to like a toxic waste bullshit or whatever, it's
Okay.
just an amalgamation of all of them.
Oh, there you go.
Like
Okay.
it's just
wow,
it's like
yeah.
this
And
big
none of
ass
them make it
plumbing.
out, right? Because they're all just
I like that.
nasty.
Yeah.
like
This is what happens when science goes too far.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we can have the crab platypus part 2
Nice.
for the hell of it because it's a good reference.
Yeah, I love that.
Wow.
They all kind of got molded in together. Would we have to
Oh,
show that
that's
backstory, or maybe
that actually would be a really good opening scene. Like if you've seen the TV show The Witcher when they just open on him fighting this
Yeah.
big monster. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is Woozle copyrighted?
probably.
probably. Or maybe it could be like something like once they get like maybe Steve wanted the Wuzzles last because he knew it was going to be very scary, so it could like really like do like a scary tone to it, kind of like this is going to sound stupid. But when Wizard of Oz is all bright and cheery, but when they're going into the woods to get the witch, they're like, oh, and like Scarecrow's holding a gun, and somebody's he's got an axe and all that kind of stuff. So we could have that be like the tone of them going to get the Wuzzles, and even the giant orangutan is scared. But then when they finally meet this amalgamation of all these animals, he's just a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart.
Mhm.
Want him to be a sweetheart?
But I'm a sweetheart that wants to kick some beware bear butt.
So beware bear butt.
It's a lot of alliteration.
You got a lot to choose from. Flizzard. He's a frog lizard. You got Crocosaur, crocodile dinosaur.
Is that all? Is that real?
Butter bear. He's a butterfly and a bear.
A bear, okay.
That dude
Brat?
look like he sound like he
there's-
got cholesterol problems.
Yeah.
Butterbean.
Butter bear. He's just really fat.
Apparently, there was one
cholesterol.
called Brat that was a boar and a dragon.
Nice.
I feel like the crocodile and a dinosaur is kind of redundant.
Yeah, kind of.
Right.
Think about it.
I
Yeah.
ran out of ideas. Okay.
I guess so. There was
I
only
think that's a
one
great idea.
season
I
of
think
this.
having like a big like Toxic Avenger type monster thing.
Or like
Yeah.
the thing John Carpenter's. The
Yeah,
thing.
that's a great idea. So does that make Bogey kind of irrelevant? Should we try something else? Maybe like the tiger or the mole?
I don't think so because I think he's got to be the heavy to
Okay.
take
Yeah.
down this thing. I don't. Maybe this is the one time where they don't get somebody into the
Yeah,
group.
sure.
You know?
Okay. And then we talked about the mole being like the mole, like going into and like coming out of, but we had thought like a Rat King amalgamation. They have tails. Yeah. Yeah. But we had talked about another, the last, probably the most famous group of animals, whatever creatures from this era,
The
using
Animorphs.
as moles to like infiltrate the Care Bear land would have to be the Smurfs.
Oh, sure.
Smurfs.
Right?
They're
So
not animals.
2 or 3 Smurfs. Well, we're all animals, so creatures, whatever.
No, they're just terrible. I
Yeah,
hate
the little,
Smurfs.
but have them get 2 or 3 of them and pick the
Awful,
ones that we think are the funniest or whatever.
Listen, they need to get stepped on immediately.
Well, we could definitely kill them.
Yay! Okay,
we
cool. I'm
could
in.
definitely kill them.
All right, cool.
Punch
Smurfs.
it, you just
infiltrators.
kick them all over. punt him down the road.
And I thought we could call them like the Blue Meanies or
And for
Blue Death.
Yogi here in the chat, I do love Pingu. If anybody doesn't know, the little Canadian penguin.
Yeah.
He could make a background appearance slapping his own butt like he does on the show or whatever.
Slapping his own. That's his only power. That's the only thing he does.
That's the only thing he does. It's like a distraction tactic.
It's a distraction.
This is penguin slapping his butt, and then somebody comes in and kills him.
Space turns into a trumpet, all that stuff.
Nice.
Those weird European cartoons. Pingu.
Awesome stuff. All right, so we've got the basic idea of all the groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we can name each individual character. Oh, we don't have a name for the Smurfs. Yeah.
What if?
Well, we don't have a name for the Wuzzle either.
No,
we don't. We'll call them the Pizzles.
I was gonna say the Wasn'ts.
The wasn't. That's funny. The wasn't.
The never was.
The who's it?
The wasn't.
The where's it?
Or the who's it's. That's a good one.
The where's it?
The where's it's. I like the where's it's.
The where's it?
But for the Smurfs, maybe when he comes upon the Smurfs, it looks like Gargamel's taking over their territory, right? Because he's the villain. But then it turns out that it's the Smurfs inside his skin controlling him like a marionette because they're trying to scare other people away. They don't want people in their area, so they use.
I love it. That's awesome. Maybe Steve goes up to him thinking he's seeing another human being for the first time in a while.
And he's like, oh. Yeah.
And he's like, Are you okay?
Are you okay?
It's like the scene from Men in Black where the guy's
I love it.
Sure, water.
And Smurfs are controlling him, and then he just drops to the ground as a sack of skin, and all these blue things just start
They're like roaches. They're like
oh, for sure they're like roaches.
They have to look. I think they have to look like roaches. I just don't like the Smurfs.
Yeah,
they're the bane of my existence.
So what can we call them besides the Smurfs? So the roaches, we can call them roaches. How about the blue roaches, or the
brooches?
Brooches.
The brooches.
The brooches.
They're like bros.
Yeah, they bros. They're bros.
They're bros.
They're bros except for Smurfette.
Yeah. We will not address in the story why there's only one woman in the entire Smurfdom.
Oh, we know why.
She's busy.
There's a whole new subsect of Smurfs from the Smurf movie.
Oh, good. So they got good for them.
So it's a couple of other Smurf girls in there. So we
finally got there.
But we do really know though that it is just a male Smurf in a wig. When they were born, they're like
cross-dresser Smurf.
It's cross-dresser Smurf. That's why it's Smurfette.
Smurfette in lore though, Smurfette was created by Gargamel.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
She had black hair.
This guy's up on
I
did not know that.
And then Papa Smurf magically made her a good Smurf.
I did not know that.
Right.
Because that's one of the movies that's based off of the original lore.
Nailing down that Smurf lore.
The Smurfs are heavy, man.
Smurf lore. Do you like the Smurfs? I take it.
Me?
Yeah.
I like the Smurfs, man. I was a Smurfs fan. I'm a lore fan. I like anything with kind of lore behind it.
It did have some fantasy elements.
Yeah, like when it had I
hope so. It's Smurfs.
They did the whole thing about how Smurfette came about and how she was actually like a plant for Gargamel to go in and cook the rest of them. I was like, dang, that's dark. I'm in.
Yeah, Gargamel's plan was to eat them.
Yeah,
that was his plan. Like the whole thing, we're like, "Oh, Gargamel, you silly guy! Don't try to eat this. Don't try to eat this." I was gonna say
we call them the trolls, but there already is trolls, right? What about the smorts? So it sounds like they're smort.
Smorts.
Did you guys ever watch the Robot Chicken episode where it is the Gargamel catches the Smurfs?
No.
And he cooks them and everything, and then he eats them. And he's like super disappointed, and then he just dials the Chinese food. He just dials up the Chinese food place and goes, "Yeah, it's me. Yeah, the usual." It's like she's like, "Oh, this was a terrible idea." So, yeah. Robot Chicken. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's really funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
All right, we can come back to the Smurfs' name. like blue blood.
Warhammer 40K. We will never see Martheus again.
Bro, man, dude, like one of my friends was like trying to get me into Warhammer.
There's so much.
And yeah, man, it's a lot of lore. I'm looking forward to what Henry Cavill can do with that.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody hates each other. That is like the base theme of it.
It's
Everybody hates
factions
each other.
with their lore.
That's kind of what I got out of it, man. But I'm looking forward to diving into a little bit more as I talk to, like, he's actually my brother-in-law, so I talk to him a lot. He plays a lot, so
yeah, I didn't realize how deep it was. My son started playing online the games. I'm like, man, there's all these factions with all this lore and all this rivalries.
Right.
Yeah, couple of my friends play casually, and they will try to educate me on the lore, and I'm like, guys, I'm gonna forget all of this because there's just so much. It's not that it's not cool and it's not fun. It's just there's a lot.
It's dense too, man.
Yeah,
it's dense, like, you know. So
it's hard. It's like reading a D&D book, like all the lore and just like the in-depth, like everybody's political. It's like getting to Star Wars, but like the political side of it.
Right.
Like it's insane.
People like that stuff.
Well,
this is my one pitch before we move forward. This is my one pitch to replace the Smurfs with the gummy bears. Okay, can we do that?
The gummy bears.
I could listen. They have to be gummy though.
Bouncing here and there and everywhere.
I will not take
drink the gummy berry juice.
I think the only problem we have is that Disney will come hard.
Oh yeah, let's not get anywhere near their stuff. Although it does look like the Wuzzles are owned by.
They
Disney.
are owned by Disney.
Oh,
they're created by Disney.
Yeah.
Well, we can still do it. Like you can still do the parody for it, as long as it's not like the representation. But if we did the gummy bears, they have to look like the candy. Like they have to be clear, like see-through.
We could. It'll change the idea for like them, like being.
That was my favorite Saturday morning cartoon.
But somebody had the idea of, instead of using the Smurfs, using the Littles. I don't know. Did we talk about that? I don't remember.
I think it was us. Yeah, we were talking about it.
Somebody said using the Littles instead of the Smurfs, so that's a possibility too. Those, to be able to use them, and we can call them like the shrimps or the chumps or the whatever.
The shrimps.
And do the exact same thing.
So gummies are made out of like a gelatin,
ground animal bones,
like ground animal bones and cartilage. So I was thinking we could call the gummy bears the cartilages.
The
bones.
Gonna be getting into
we call them bone dust.
Bone dust. The bone dust.
Bone dust. That's cool.
Man, that sounds like a band. Whoa, that'd be kind of cool if they were a band. They were actually a band. They did entertainment. Like,
that is a fun idea.
They were
I'm kind of
bone dust.
I'm kind of there with the gummy bear idea and calling them bone dust.
Yeah.
Because then it could be like, why are they called bone dust? Like, you really have to think about it.
There's a deep cut.
We can save that one for the sequel.
Yeah. Or we have, like, maybe at some point there's like a big gathering of all the Beware Bears, and there's a band playing in the background, and it's actual gummy bears playing instruments, and the big sign that says their name.
Yeah. Of course, the vanity of the Care Bears would have a big party to celebrate themselves.
Yeah.
We gotta have in the sequel. We gotta have the Beware Bear cousins.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there.
They're coming to avenge their fallen brother.
Coming to avenge their fallen.
So, do we think this is like a 30-page one shot? Is that what we're getting at?
Oh, it has to be. There's no way.
I'm thinking at least 128 pages.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
If we can get at least to 30 pages, I think we could do it with 30 pages. If we want to extend it, we could probably do like maybe 108 pages.
If you're actually serious.
Yeah.
I think this is a great idea. I think this idea will fly.
I think you hit it and quit it. I think 16 pages. Everybody gets 4. Climax, maybe 20. Get in, get out, have fun, and don't linger too long.
Oh yeah, okay.
You think so?
I like that idea, compacting each section down into small groups of equal groups of pages, and then make a big.
We could do some written lore about each faction, in between, like some background.
So 16 pages, and then the remaining pages is like lore and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sketches, other characters.
Yeah. Fast and Furious, to make it Fast and Furious, like
Various shirt tails
yeah.
being murdered.
Yeah, I think we should.
That
we
just
need
needs
talk
to be
about-
its own issue. Like that just needs to be 22 pages of them getting murdered.
That'll
Yeah,
be
that's
like a
background.
one shot side one shot.
Isn't this just DMC? Like I feel like the apocalyptic humans coming together no, that's not DMC. Never mind. Ignore me.
DMC.
So we need two things before we get off. We have
Not
about 4
Run
minutes.
DMC. Not
we
them.
need we need the name of this world, right? Post apocalyptic 80s stuffed animals taking over world. What's the name of it? We don't have to come up. We don't have to like nail it down right now, but to like brainstorm a couple ideas. And we need to talk about Blue and Steve. Is Blue a robot dog? Is Blue a regular dog? Is Blue like a cartoon dog that is livable in this universe? And Steve's got to be like bald Steve with the little sweater thing, and then he's got like backpack, a spear, and all that stuff, right?
And not to yuck anyone's yum, but there's an amazing comic called Weapon Brown, which is very much a similar take of Charlie Brown has to go through. Apocalyptic, and that's I think that's the pick of Steve is really good because what was cool about that is even though he didn't look like the Charles Schultz Charlie Brown, you saw the shirt and you were like, oh, I know what's going on.
Yeah, I think so Steve was a genius.
Like, oh yeah.
So what are we calling this? We not even a name of the book, but like the world. Like I was trying to think of like 80s like catchphrases or 80s things that could kind of like solidify what this world is or means. But I couldn't really think of anything that was really catchy or solid.
My mind immediately goes to like Saturday morning cartoons, right? That's kind of where we're in the vein of.
Yeah.
So something along that line, like Saturday Night Fight or something like that.
After these messages.
Yeah, well, that's a good one.
Or the back end of that. We'll be right back. It doesn't really make any sense to the.
Well, it kind of does because we're you're coming back from the apocalypse. You're trying to come back. That's a decent one.
That's a stretch, but yeah.
Like decadence, so they call it the decade of decadence. So maybe like decadence world or decadence battle. I don't know.
Listen. That would go over everybody's head except. I'm not going to be mean by that. That's just that'd be over people's heads. I kind of like. I feel like Saturday Night Fight's already taken.
Yeah, probably.
But
by an Elton John.
We'll be right back.
What are some 80s like Gag Me with a Spoon? Tubular.
There's got to be something from Blue's Clues, right? Has there got to be something?
Oh yeah. Okay, so he had a couple songs. What was the song when he went to get the mail? I think it was just like
"Here's the mail, it never fails, it makes me want to wag my tail." Yeah, that.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Listen, I watched a ton of Blue's Clues when I was little. Okay, I know that song pretty much. And last week, and yesterday, and today. In fact, it's just always on my TV. It's the only thing I know. Let's see. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Hey, that might
about that old woman with the beef.
Yeah.
What happened to her?
The beef is all of these gangs beefing with each other.
That's true. Where is
that? Is
beef?
true.
Regardless, I think that like throughout the show, like throughout the story, like everybody's got a catchphrase, and it should all be these like trope 80s catchphrases, like "Where's the beef?" and one of them starts
about like I found the beef or something like that.
Yeah.
Or before someone punches someone, he goes, "Here's the beef.
Here's the beef. Here's the beef. We found it. Time to make the donuts.
Time to make the donuts."
I'm pretty sure "Where's the beef" is copyrighted.
To make the donut.
Yeah, but Wendy's copyrighted "Where's the beef."
That's nice.
I think so, didn't they? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
1983. Wow.
I'm thinking like I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Mm.
We'll
just call it "I Don't Want to Grow Up."
I don't want to grow up. That's
okay.
Bad. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like a James Tinian, where the title's like 18 words long. We'll do something like that.
Yeah. And maybe that's Steve's arc. Maybe Steve's arc is he never wanted to do this. He wanted to just continue to hang around at his house with Blue, having fun and, doing stuff. But the government called and they need me to fix this, So his whole arc is finally accepting his role as this government assassin of stuffed animal bears.
Not to give away another twist at the end, but you were talking about what is Blue, whatever we decide him to be. I think he should be his very almost stand out cartoony, like he doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And then at the end he disappears and you find out he wasn't actually even there. And that's
okay.
That's when
Steve's imagination.
Steve finally gives in that he has to move on.
Boy, John, we're constantly on the same page, my friend. Constantly on the same page. I love it. That's great. Blue is a manifestation of Steve's childhood.
Yeah.
Like all these things. And maybe he looks back and none of it's there.
Nice.
Was it real?
Maybe it's a kid standing in his room and he's got all these 80s things. And maybe the very end is him Steve, it's time to open your presents at Christmas, and he throws them all to the side and runs downstairs to open more presents. In that 80s gimme. I don't know. I'm adding more pages here. I don't know.
Oh yeah. That's an epilogue. If we get to that Kickstarter goal.
That's a very St. Elsewhere ending where the whole hospital. You know that ending where the whole hospital is in the little shaker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was trying to remember what that was from because there was a Tales from the Crypt ripoff called Monsters that did that too.
Wasn't that Haven? Oh wait, what's that? Where the hospital's in the snow globe?
St. Elsewhere.
St. Elsewhere.
Oh okay.
That's way.
They did that too on a recent show that you wouldn't expect. It was
Lost.
No, it was actually it was on Nickelodeon or no, not Nickelodeon. It was Disney, the Disney kids.
Was it the Goosebumps?
No, it was Walk the Prank.
I know that.
Yeah, at the end of Walk the Prank, you find out that they're that whole show was the embodiment of the guy who was taking care of all the kids. That was pranking all the kids and stuff. It was in his head. He was living with his parents or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
It was really sad, man. For a show that was all about pranking kids and pranking people. They had WWE people on there.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it is odd.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. I was like, wow, dang, thanks for making me feel bad.
Thanks for jumping in, but I really appreciate it. Sorry, Martez.
No, that's cool.
But yeah,
we went a little bit long because we had lots of ideas, but
lots of ideas.
Hey, if you're listening to this on the YouTube afterwards, leave us a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let us know. Is there something that we left out that you'd want to see possibly be murdered by cartoon bears or hosts of children's television shows that are delusional?
Nice.
Drop in the chat. We'll definitely steal your idea. We'll give you no credit for it. And that's how it goes.
Yep. Anything you drop in is copyrighted by us, apparently. So
it'll definitely be within seconds. It will be signed to a contract from Rolling Squid Bones, like everything else.
He's stealing every IP.
I have not.
Nice.
That's the way to do it. Vacuum them all up and see what works.
Fuck no. I've been incredibly picky. Let's be real here.
So now that we've been talking about all this 80s stuff, the only thing I can think in my head is I don't want to grow up. I'm a Cosmos kid.
Hey.
All right, fine.
Groans. I got groans.
You know what? I'm not even gonna play an outro. I'm just gonna hit